how impactful it was at the end of season 2 when, Mando and Grogu go their separate ways. It goes with Luke. And then they just fucking reverse it. And imagine if this movie was the first time that they get brought back together. That would be huge. This movie would be a raging success from that alone. All right, guys. New Mandalorian and Grogu trailer just dropped. Let's go ahead and get this thing fucking rolling. Nice.
Hey,
oh, that same Vietnam planet from the show. The Razor Crest is back for some reason.
I can use some information.
Whoa. For this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters.
Oh, the huts.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Oh, what? That's hype. Nice. Double tap.
This isn't about revenge.
Sigourney Weaver!
It's about preventing another war.
Grogu's getting stronger.
Strap in.
Oh, what? Is that Embo? Oh, shit. That's cool. Rod of the Hut.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Yeah, he'll be around for what, like 10% of his life?
Are you scared?
Oh, fuck, there's the Rod of the Hut fight.
Be.
Do we run?
What the fuck is that?
Or do we fight?
Oh, it's him!
I like this kid.
Hey!
What are you
Little
waiting
Rhodian
for?
baby. Back in the pram. What is that? That's pretty hype.
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
Nah. Cool, dude. I'm way more stoked about this than I was before. So we got fucking Embo. That's cool. Like, I definitely feel a lot more excited than I did before. The other trailers, like the Super Bowl ad, I actually kind of liked the Super Bowl ad, but as far as like getting people hyped for it, like it definitely flopped. People did not, at least fans of the franchise, Star Wars fans, did not appreciate that trailer. Maybe it's because they knew it was coming and it was such a letdown because it was kind of just an ad for normies, basically. To be honest, I understand why they did it. I understand, like, it was a cute kind of little way to get regular people excited that know nothing about this movie. They don't even necessarily know that it exists. But yeah, I also very much understand why it pissed off Star Wars fans, because it's like, what was that? Like a Budweiser Wells Fargo ad that doesn't say anything about what the movie is and what it's going to be about. But yeah, dude, there was some cool shit in here. The soundtrack was really good. It felt more like a movie, I feel like, this time. The other ads, you could totally have told me that it was for season 4 of Mandalorian, and I would have said, oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. There's just not much going on that felt different, that looked different, like that felt distinctive from like what a Disney Plus show would be to what a movie would be. And there's been a bunch of like talking behind the scenes about, did Jon Favreau actually want to make this movie? Was it Bob Iger push? As the exit interview for Kathleen Kennedy has come out, we've like found out that like, oh, maybe a lot of these fucking stupid decisions were Bob Iger and not Kathleen Kennedy. Maybe she got more shit than she deserved. But yeah, I don't know. It's just interesting it's interesting wondering what brought this movie into existence. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let's take a closer look at some of this stuff. We got a lot of Pedro with his helmet off in this trailer, which we didn't see in the last one. Where is that? Right here. Yeah. So I'm curious to see where that all goes, because what the fuck is that, dude? That's sick. That's wild, dude. What is that? giant albino snake. That's sick. I don't know. I'm excited. I wasn't at all before, to be honest. But yeah, that Rot of the Hutt fight looks pretty cool. There's more substance to this trailer than there's been in the other ones. I'm curious to see how Embo is, brought into the story here. And how the fuck he got another Razor Crest. Wasn't the whole thing about the Razor Crest that it's like an old ship that was like predates like the Clone Wars, or I forget what he says. He says it in like season 1 or season 2 when they ask about the transponder, and they're like, "Oh, it's an old ship. It's from predates the Empire, predates." I don't think he said predates the Republic because that wouldn't make sense. That'd be too old. And then we get this Imperial Remnant stuff. I wonder what that's going to be about. And then we kind of tied up the loose end of what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito's character. What's his name? Why can't I remember? Moff Gideon. That took way too long. It's been a while, okay, since we've seen anything Mando. Moff Gideon, Jesus Christ. But, they kind of like killed him off or whatever. At least it seemed like it. I could totally see him, the way they killed him off, they bring him back. But clearly they're going a different direction here with the Imperial Remnant. I'm curious to see where that goes. They didn't give us much on this guy. Interested to see how much Sigourney Weaver's actually in this movie. This part's cute. He's getting stronger. Man, they really fucked up. I don't know whose fault it is. I've heard the rumors that it was Kathleen Kennedy, that it was Bob Iger that fucked up the whole like story. Like how impactful it was at the end of season 2 when, Mando and Grogu go their separate ways. He goes with Luke. And then they just fucking reverse it the next show, in the middle of the Boba Fett. God, what a mess that was. In the middle of the Boba Fett show, all of a sudden we go over to, it becomes like a couple Mando episodes, and then they just bring them back together again. Man, what a flop idea that was. I'm curious whose fault it actually was, but yeah, just what a bad idea. Like, imagine the impact of all this time and like just people remembering how sad that was when is it forever, right? Are they never going to see each other again? Like that will they, won't they kind of thing really gets audiences going. Like I even knowing that that's what they're doing, that would get me going, right? And like and imagine if this movie was the first time that they get brought back together. That would be huge. This movie would be a raging success from that alone. Like they could do something like that and it would just be like this huge event that would be fucking paying off big time for Disney and Lucasfilm. But they just made all the wrong decisions over and over. They have made terrible choices that have damaged the Mandalorian brand. They made a lot of other bad decisions too that really screwed up season 3. But yeah, dude, there's like half of season 3 that was really good and interesting, and especially those first episodes where he like visits Mandalore and shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm glad that this trailer kind of won me over a little more and got me excited about this movie, because people have been talking a lot about like how this thing is just gonna flop hard, and that's gonna be really depressing to see that. And it's like, because they're not advertising it well. The normies don't know anything about this movie, or what it's about or anything. Even like the guys at Screen Crush and Heavy Spoilers, they talk about it openly. Like, yeah, this movie's gonna flop. Nobody's talking about it. I don't know. Hopefully this trailer changes minds a little bit. It's just crazy to me. Like, there's so many little things and big things that they could have done so different that would have people so excited. And like, do you remember at the end of season 2, like it was palpable that you could feel it in the air, how excited everyone was, how sad you felt after, but how much hype there was when Luke fucking shows up at the end. Like, that was the first time in the modern era, since Return of the Jedi, that we have seen Luke in his prime. He's fucking crushing Dark Trooper, all this shit, right? It was insane. It was so good and so hype. And then they just flushed it all down the toilet with a few really bad decisions at crucial moments. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just, I just think about what the vibe could be as a Star Wars fan. Like, it's been so awful for so long now. This is also the first movie in the Star Wars franchise since episode 9. What was that, 2019? That's crazy. It's been like 7 years or some shit. And it's like, they could have all their cards lined up, made just a few different decisions, and everything would feel so different, and they could be in such good shape to have this thing really deliver, and it could be $1 billion movie, right? And it's just like, they took this break and they made all the wrong decisions in the meantime that's made this like big comeback. Like, have the worst possible hand of cards. I just really hope this movie delivers, man. I want to be excited about Star Wars again with, you know, Kathy stepping down and Bob Iger's leaving too. And we got Dave in charge. Like we really got, this could be a new golden age of Star Wars. It could feel so good to be a Star Wars fan again. We could all be so excited and like they could just make all the right decisions. I do feel like this, in most people's minds, this is going to be a kind of a make or break moment for the future of Star Wars. Let's see if we missed anything else. There's not a whole lot of substance in the trailer. We got a few cool, crucial reveals here. You know, we're probably going to get more of, you know, it's a movie. So Pedro's probably like, you're going to show a lot more of my face. We're going in theaters. And they probably wanted to do that too for the, you know, the star power of Pedro too, to get more people, you know, more butts and seats. I'm excited to see more about the Anzellans. Just get more screen time with them. Those guys were a win. Yeah, cool. I feel like we covered most of it. I'm excited. I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel like it's a good way to put it. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. I know it's valuable, so thank you for spending it with me. Stay tuned for more Star Wars stuff, more Fallout stuff too on the way. Subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. Drop a like too if you feel like I've earned that as well. Dislike it if you feel like this is worth disliking. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy. Bye.